Hello and welcome to Retrospection, the podcast where we take an old movie or TV show and decide if it should be given a bunch of gold coins or just flushed into an open sewer. My name's Paul, and strap on your belt, we're going in.
And I'm Adam, and I'm back.
You are back. So, Colin is still off on his expedition to Narnia. Don't worry, listeners. That was 6 years ago.
Oh, 6 years. Wow, it does not seem like it was that long ago, does it?
It doesn't. Although, I mean, that is a lot of retrospections.
It is. Oh, that is mad. Oh, if I would have guessed, I would have said like 2, maybe 3 at tops. But I suppose we've had COVID and everything since then, haven't we? So it's wow.
I was going to say, you enjoyed it so much that you waited 6 years to come back. So I get it, But... So how are you doing anyway?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Tired, but I'm doing all right.
Good. So on this episode, we'll be discussing the movie, and you picked this, so I'm just going to point that out to the listeners.
Apologies.
That's all right. The movie Super Mario Brothers from 1993.
Yes, I did.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
And this is
it was keeping with the theme, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is very similar to Tank Girl in a lot of ways, actually.
I was actually quite shocked at how similar it was, to be fair.
So IMDb says, 2 Brooklyn plumbers, Mario and Luigi, must travel to another dimension to rescue a princess from the evil dictator King Koopa to stop him from taking over our world. Now, I'm not as familiar with the Mario Brothers franchise as probably you are.
Yeah,
okay.
I played it a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's keep that in mind as we go through this movie, okay? So the movie stars Bob Hoskins as Mario, and I didn't realise that his name was Mario.
Yeah, it's... I don't know if that's an original thing or not, because obviously it's never brought up in any of the games.
Are they brothers in the games then?
Yeah, they are brothers.
They are brothers,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just... I think Luigi came into it a lot later because, excuse me, Mario's first appearance was actually in Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay. Right.
So do you remember the original one with the barrels and
I know
and the
well.
level? So he is the plumber. He is the person with the hammer.
Ah, I see.
Jumping up the what are they, scaffold? I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's where he originated. I guess it must have been a bit of a hit. So they kind of branched off. And obviously Donkey Kong had his own franchise, didn't he?
Sure.
And then Mario. And then later on, Luigi did too. And there's a couple of things in this actually that obviously doesn't relate directly to, because it was like 10 years later. But there's and I'll bring it up when we come to it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's another link to on the Luigi side more than Mario's actually.
Oh, okay. It also stars John... I can never pronounce his name right, so I'm going to go for it. Leguizamo as Luigi Mario.
I always thought there was a Ziamo, but it's not. I think it is pronounced that way, but it's not spelled like that.
I'm just winging it, mate. Don't worry. He's incredibly young in this as well.
He is. Yeah. To think, I looked up some of the stuff he's in, because if you don't know him very well, he has done a lot of different things. Like he was in Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann one.
Yeah.
He was in Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And he's in John Wick. It's like you couldn't ask for different films. And then didn't he play? Was it Yellow Bastard and Spawn as well?
No, I think it's not Yellow Bastard's Sin City, isn't it? I think you're thinking of Violator.
Yes.
Is it?
Oh yes, sorry, that could be
the clown guy. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
And he's unrecognisable in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's I like him. He's really good.
He's better than this. Put it that way.
Yeah. Oh absolutely. Yeah. And to be honest, Bob Hoskins too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
But we'll get into Bob Hoskins' performance, especially his accent. I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It also stars Dennis Hopper as King Cooper, Samantha
Yeah.
Mathis as Daisy, Fisher Stevens as Iggy Cooper. Is it Iggy or is he? It's Iggy, isn't it?
Iggy, yeah.
Richard Edson as Spike Cooper, Fiona Shaw as Lena, and blinking you'll miss him, Lance Henriksen as King Bowser.
Yeah. Which is weird because obviously everyone knows Bowser as the big bad
Mm-hmm.
in the Mario franchise, be it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where in this, because Koopas are just the little tails.
Oh, right, okay.
So kind of a very minor character in the grand scheme. But for some reason in this, I guess King Koopa is obviously the head one.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. This is why you're here to provide all this, because I don't know any of this. Okay, so
Yeah. You've got to have played Mario Kart.
I've played Mario Kart, and I've probably had to go on one of the games, but I'm not a big platform gamer. I find them really frustrating. So
yeah, of course. I think the biggest link to any other '80s film. Do you remember Wizard?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mario 3, I think it was the big game in the competition at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Mario pops up in quite a lot, especially 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, it might have been 90s, actually, not 80s. It's probably after this, I would have thought.
Well, it's huge, isn't it? It's a huge gaming franchise.
Oh, it's, absolutely massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The movie was written by Parker Bennett, Terry Runt, and Ed Solomon, and was directed by Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton, who apparently are a husband and wife directing team.
Yeah.
Whose other works include the remake of DOA in 1988, a bunch of Max Headroom in 1985.
Oh, really?
And a whole bunch of music videos, Talking Heads videos, things like that. So I think they cut their teeth on music videos.
Yeah, I think Dennis Hopper said that they kind of couldn't make a decision.
Yeah, isn't there a quote where he said something like, "The arrogance had been mistaken for talent"?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Dennis Hopper's weird, isn't he? Because he's always really over the top. But again, you think of something like Blue Velvet, where he's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dennis Hopper apparently. His son asked him years later, "Why did you do this movie? Because it was terrible." And he said, "I did it so that you could have shoes."
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But that seems to be the case for the whole of it. I mean, it was a troubled production. Bob Hoskins didn't actually even know that it was based on a video game until his son told him. He'd never heard of the thing.
That's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
The directors wanted to make apparently a more adult-orientated movie, but the studios wanted a kids' film instead. How could this have been an adult-orientated movie?
Yeah, but you can kind of still see elements, though, can't you? It's almost like they were trying to make Blade Runner, and they kind of fell in some weird middle ground that Bob Hoskins is like serious in a lot of it, isn't he? Maybe because he didn't realise it was what it was based on. But then you've got like Spike and Iggy who are like completely on the other side, aren't they?
And even the music score by Alan Silvestri undercuts everything because it makes it sound like it's some kind of slapstick comedy, doesn't it? The way that the way the music underplays everything.
Yeah.
Apparently, both Bob Hoskins and Leguizamo hated working on it, and apparently Leguizamo said that he would often get drunk to help him get through a day.
Bloody hell.
We've all been there, mate. We've all been there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bob Hoskins has called it the worst movie he's ever made, so you know that's straight.
Yeah, I can't think of anything worse for him because he's been in some. You think something like Who Framed Roger Rabbit was kind of groundbreaking, wasn't it, for effects and stuff, and Moonstruck, some big films.
I'm wondering whether this taking this movie was kind of like, oh well, I did Roger Rabbit and that worked, so this is another sort of like of that tone, maybe he thought,
Yeah, possibly.
But the difference is tonally, this film's all over the place. I mean, it is a mess of ideas. Some which are good, some which are not so good, but
yeah, that's it. There are some fun. There are a lot of fun things that happened during.
Yeah, we'll get to that, I suppose. Hopper described the two directors as control freaks as well. So
yeah, I always find two directors. You've got to have I know they were husband and wife, but you've got to have a real trusting relationship with someone.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to be bouncing ideas, and if you're constantly butting heads,
mm-hmm.
I just don't see how it works.
And I get the impression that if they were maybe not just butting heads with each other, but they were butting heads with some of the cast and definitely with obviously the studio as well. So that couldn't have been easy. Hoskins actually broke a finger during production, and if you look very closely, you can see that he's wearing a cast in some of the shots that's painted a fleshy colour.
I didn't pick up on that. Though.
Yeah. And this is suffering for your art. He was also stabbed 4 times during the movie and nearly drowned at one point.
Was he trying to kill himself?
Just to get out of the movie. I mean, you really don't want this movie to be the one that you go out on, do you?
No, you wouldn't. No.
The script, it's been said that the script was being constantly rewritten on the fly to the point where the actors just stopped paying attention.
Yeah, to be honest, that might have made it better. To be completely honest.
It is.
You can't do that though, can you? There's got to be a limit. If you come in every day as an actor,
you're constantly getting new pages every day.
Yeah. How can you ever commit to anything? Because it's like, well, there's no point even reading too far ahead, is there?
No, yeah. And you've got. I would imagine as an actor, you lose all sense of what your character is.
Yeah, definitely.
Casting that almost happened that didn't was Tom Hanks was considered for the role of Luigi, but he was dropped after a couple of recent flops that he'd had. I think one of them was Turner and Hooch dog movie. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the other one was Joe versus the Volcano.
I don't know that one.
I think it's a Meg Ryan movie, and to be honest with you, I won a competition as a kid to go and see it, and I never went.
That says it all, doesn't
it? It does.
I don't think, because he was still big then,
mm-hmm.
I don't think he could have played a secondary character, could he?
He was at that weird point in his career, though, wasn't he? Where he was big, but he hadn't, because he was in big, wasn't he? But he wasn't quite, he hadn't quite gone over that plateau yet of being a major star.
I suppose, I suppose Saving Private Ryan and things like that hadn't properly kicked in.
Yeah, I think it was Philadelphia that really kicked it in for him.
Philadelphia, yeah, it's a good film.
The strange one is Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down the role of King Cooper. Now I can actually see him doing it.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
but then he said yes to.
I know what you're going to say.
Batman and Robin.
But Batman and Robin was probably, everyone thought that was probably going to be a dead cert, that movie, didn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's probably still got a shed load of money for it. Oh,
definitely. He didn't care, did he?
And to be honest, they did know what tone that film was. Didn't they?
I think if they didn't, it must have dawned on them after about a week,
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers was budgeted at between $42 to $48 million and grossed only $38 million worldwide. So it's fair to say it was a massive flop.
Yeah, but yes.
It was such a massive flop and failure that Nintendo cancelled all other movie projects that they'd been developing up to that point.
That's a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Because you'd like to think, because you think I haven't watched the recent. The animated one with Jack Black and Chris Pratt.
I hear it's good.
This is what I mean, and that just. But then I guess because you can relate to the characters because they look how they're supposed to look.
I think that's always a big thing for any franchise whether it's comic books or a computer game franchise. If you're trying to turn it into something live action or a movie. The fans want it to look like it's supposed to look,
Yeah. And you can do it on certain things. So stuff like Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of. It's a lot easier to change that into a live action, isn't it? But when you've got cuddly, you think. Do you know Toad from the Mario Kart?
Yeah.
universe. You know, Toad in this film was a bloke playing the guitar, being turned into a brainless
lizard thing.
Goomba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's unless they tell you the name of a character, you wouldn't have a bloody clue who it was, would you?
I suppose when you think about it, there's very few gaming franchises that have been turned into successful movie franchises. I suppose the two that come to mind is, like you said, Tomb Raider, and love them or hate them, Resident Evil. There's about 5 or 6 of those movies, isn't there? You know.
Yeah, TV shows, even animated ones too, isn't there?
But for everyone that works, there's a million of them that don't.
Yeah, I suppose could you put and none of them are very good, but Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Can you think Street Fighter was a bit crap, and then never really went anywhere? But they've made a few Mortal Kombat films.
They have, yeah. And there's a recent one a couple of years ago which did really well, I think.
Yeah, actually, that one I didn't.
Neither did I.
That one actually.
Yeah.
No, it was all right.
So, shall we hit start and get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we start with some nice 8-bit music and some old-style computer game graphics, don't we?
Yeah. Nice pixelation there, like that.
I would have preferred the whole movie to look like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really fun. But we get some explanation about how dinosaurs were destroyed by a meteor, but apparently some were also sent to another dimension or something. Yeah. Let's skim that, because that's one of the massive that don't make sense. Because it doesn't really explain why, does it? No. I wouldn't if I missed it, but it doesn't, does it?
No.
So strap in, because here we go. Right. So a woman leaves an egg with some nuns and then disappears into a sewer.
Yeah. Do you know what they were quite happy with the fact that a baby was born out of that egg, weren't they?
They took it very well.
And that's a theme that runs through this. I'll bring it up a few times as we go.
My question would be, so we find out later that this dimension is populated by human-looking dinosaurs. They've evolved from dinosaurs into human-looking.
65 million years. Yeah.
But they're still laying eggs?
Yeah. And also, you can still turn into one.
Apparently so.
So it's like, well, yeah, make my jump.
But my point is, that's a big egg.
Yeah, it is. That's good.
That's gonna hurt. There's gonna be.
That's not kidney stone, is it?
So that the egg hatches into a baby, while the woman, who apparently is Princess Daisy, is attacked by King Koopa, and he's dressed like a general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we cut to many years later in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they skip. What's she supposed to be? Early 20s, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. So you're probably looking at 20 years later, as
I would say that. So do plumbers keep the prize plungers mounted on a wall? Is that what something that plumbers will do?
Yeah. Well, I suppose most people have gun racks, don't they?
In the States, I would imagine. Yeah. Plumbers.
The weird thing is that they don't seem to be very successful.
No, and they're behind in the rent, and
it's like 3 months behind, or I think it was, and their van looks a bit crap.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that I was looking at whenever you have like digits or markings on van, especially in films that are supposed to be related to games or books or comics, like we were saying.
Yeah.
I don't think there's too many Easter eggs to spot.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they're trying to show you of like, this is part of this, they just blurt it at you.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was kind of hoping that maybe some numbers on the side related to
subtlety.
Level 1. Yeah, but it didn't. Nothing peaked anyway. If it was,
I think you've come to the wrong movie if you're looking for subtlety.
Yeah, I think quite possibly.
No subtlety here.
No.
And what about Bob Hoskins' accent? He sounds like he sounds like he's walked straight out of The Godfather or something.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I put down something about Mafia. He is kind of like a Mafia type, isn't he? If he didn't have his scruffy clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange. Obviously, they're supposed to be from Brooklyn, aren't they? And it does sound. I think John Leguizamo's probably suits it better, doesn't
He's
he?
just doing his own voice, I think. Yeah.
I think he is actually. Yeah.
And that's another thing, brothers. Okay.
Yeah.
Luigi's obsessed with the paranormal and other dimensions and all that kind of stuff, and he likes watching like documentary stuff on TV about it all, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this is the link I was going to say about, right? So in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
so the fact that Luigi in this is a massive paranormal fan, we can say, isn't it? He reads the newspaper with my dog was abducted by aliens and things like that. In 2001, on I can't remember. I think it was a GameCube. I think it was Nintendo GameCube. Luigi's Mansion was brought out, and he hunts ghosts.
Oh right, okay.
So clearly they weren't foreshadowing because but it's quite somewhere along the line they've picked up on the ghost aspect, which I just again that's something that if you're not you wouldn't have picked up on that if you weren't in the know. But I found that just for me that was just quite a nice link because you got like a big Hoover and he's like going around this mansion trying to suck up ghosts and stuff. Yeah, there was a couple. It done well. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, in the early 2000s, and
Oh, cool.
So which was quite cool.
I'm sure it was. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine that Nintendo probably want to overlook this film completely, but maybe there were elements of it that they kind of liked and they just held on to.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and obviously they've chosen that because they needed him to kind of be the push for that, didn't he? Because obviously Bob Hoskins is that's all nonsense. Get it away from me. You needed one of them to believe, didn't you?
And bring the other one along with them.
And obviously Bob Hoskins as that's his arc, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through Mario,
I'm not quite sure what Luigi's arc is in this movie because he doesn't seem to have one. But
his is more of a circle. just comes right back to where he started. But he does. I find John Leguizamo. He plays a sweet, dumb,
wide-eyed,
kind of romantic.
Yeah,
quite well, doesn't he?
Actually,
yeah. I think that part of it was nice, mainly on his ability more than any of the writing.
And amazing, really, when you consider the fact that from the sounds of it, he was drunk through most of it as well. So what a guy.
Yeah.
So they get a call for a job, and you could probably best describe the tone of this so far as jaunty, couldn't you? Yeah. Everything's light. Everything's sort of bobs along. Even the music's kind of like hey, here we go, and all that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we see Daisy, who is digging up dinosaur bones on the site of Scapelli's construction site, which he's not too thrilled about. And he's a typical kind of mobster guy, isn't he?
He's the proper mobster, isn't he? In this,
and we get a gag. We see the two Cooper brothers. And we get a gag about hot dogs containing real dogs, and that's probably about the level of it, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't go much further than that now.
So Iggy and Spike are following Daisy, and some slapstick ensues. There's a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. They obviously they're playing it like right over in left field, aren't they, compared to everybody else? But it kind of works for together. Their kind of banter between it might not work in the context of how kind of serious Bob Hoskins and that side of it wants to be, which I guess is where the whole disconnect from directors and studio might come into it.
Well, apparently there was a lot cut out of this. They filmed a lot more than was
really
used, so it would be interesting to see what they took out because like
Super Mario Brothers director's cut.
Nobody's asking for that, are they? But but yeah, I agree with you completely. I mean, almost Bob Hoskins is performing in a different movie to everyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
So Luigi is smitten by Daisy as he watches her making a phone call. In fact, he doesn't even give her the money to make it. The phone call. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. He puts the phone down. What I found really fun was watching a film where she's searching for a phone, which in today's world is just insane.
All the youngsters today watching this, I sound old now, don't I? They'll be like, what is that?
Me too.
What is that box? Yeah. That's a phone.
Yeah, that's it. They have what do they have in them now? Bloody defense.
That's true, they do.
In a lot of them now, don't they?
I drove past one the other day that someone had turned into a library. It was an old red telephone box, and
really?
Just had shelves of books in on the street that you could take one and leave one. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, I quite like that. That's really nice. I
would imagine you have to be careful what part of town you put that in.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I'm not sure a young woman should consider taking a ride with two New York plumbers, but in a van. But she does.
Yeah. Yeah, that is strange.
She obviously likes risk, I think.
Yeah, which is weird but then I suppose she didn't mind standing up to the local mobster of town, did she? So
so she's tough. She can handle herself.
Yeah, which I guess is that whole being left outside the orphanage and growing up, had a pretty tough life.
Yeah,
you would think,
and
obviously loved history and dinosaurs, which is obviously how linked to just that kind of your lizard brain. If I don't want to be too on the nose, do you know what I mean? But that kind of inbuilt part of her that
Well, not to spoilers, but she is one, isn't she? She's from the other place.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
she was born in an egg, so she's a lizard.
Yeah.
Luigi, Mario, and Mario's date Daniela and Daisy all go out together, and they have a meal of pasta and meatballs. Obviously, it's going to be pasta and meatballs, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It was like that pizza, wasn't it? So it was like there wasn't going to be anything else.
And this is when we find out that Daisy is the egg kid.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Iggy and Spike mistake Daniela for Daisy, and they kidnap her.
Yeah. Really slowly as well.
Really slowly. But then she disappears for about an hour of the movie. Yeah. And then you see the scene where they kidnap her, and then it just cuts to them talking about how they made a mistake and we better not do that again, otherwise King Koopa's going to kill us. It's like, felt like there should have been a scene there, them taking her to him and him going, well, this isn't her, clearly.
Yeah. Again, because, if you've been watching the eagle-eyed viewer picking up on the news that Brooklyn girls have been going missing, they're clearly pretty useless at this, aren't they?
Yeah, they seem to be, and we find out later, don't they? They've got a whole collection of girls.
Yeah, and none of them look the same, so I don't know who they're supposed to be searching for.
So meanwhile, Daisy takes Luigi to the dig site and shows him her weird bones, as it were.
Ooh.
Yeah. The Scapelli sabotage things by flooding the site, but luckily, the Marios, they know their leaks. They know how to deal with it.
They do. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I found there was a really nice line in this scene where they're walking down the tunnel and they're talking about, they find that she's trying to tell Luigi that the dinosaur was trying to be human.
Yeah.
And she says, a monster trying to be a human being.
There are some good moments in this, and there are some good lines in this. It's just unfortunate that it's peppered in and not layered in, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
It must have been challenging trying to make plumbing look sexy, though. When they're fixing the leak,
Yeah, especially without a bit of bow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the plumbers you usually see in these
Bob Hoskins turned up.
Well, maybe it was a 70s one. Possibly,
I'm sure Ron Jeremy's probably been in one.
He's played. Oh, he knows his plumbers. He's probably played so many plumbers.
Yeah.
Spike and Iggy they do get it right this time, and they kidnap Daisy. They hit Mario and Luigi on the head, knocking them out, and then you cut to them just running outside afterwards, looking for her.
Yeah. So where did you go?
So Mario and Luigi chase after them, and they see her being pulled through a kind of a portal that's part of the rocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luigi manages to get a hand to her, but then she's pulled back into it, and he grabs the rock that she's got around her neck.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Which is going to be important, because they keep showing it in close up all the time.
And it's even got a kind of light source, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Inside it, which is quite useful.
And I think I'm pretty sure it has its own music cue as well. Whenever you see it.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
So they jump across and they follow into the portal, and they follow, and we get what can only be, I suppose, described as a. It looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? Where they travel through the dimension, it doesn't really hold up well. This effect.
No.
I was trying to work out. Is it animated, and then he's green screened onto it?
Yeah, probably. It's almost a bit Bill and Ted-esque.
It is.
It's that, but not done as well.
But not
obviously.
as good. Yeah. Because 93 they weren't. Were they using CGI in 93? I don't think they were they?
There was another film about dinosaurs that came out.
What, this year? Oh, that 93?
Yeah.
So they were using CGI then, back then. Well, Jurassic Park looks a lot better than this.
It does. Because later on when Yoshi appears, spoiler alert, he actually looks quite good.
And that's a practical effect. That's a puppet.
He looks... Yeah, and he looks really good. And I don't know if that's why they went for that. Or it just shows when you've got a film, I don't know what budget Jurassic Park had, but it was
a lot more than
the 40, 50 million that this had.
Yeah. I mean, that's a Spielberg movie, so...
of course.
That's going to have everything that it wants,
Yeah.
This other dimension is kind of like a grungy, grimier version of our own world, isn't it? But it's got there's a lot of crime, and there's like weird dinosaur stroke human people walking around.
Yeah, and I was quite confused about this because in my head, if you're trying, because in all thing for them, they are trying to make a Mario film at the end of the day, and the Mario world to me is vibrant, bright colours, and this was kind of, I don't know, it was like a budget Blade Runner world, which I mentioned before, which I guess is where it falls in line with Tank Girl, isn't it?
It's got that kind of post-apocalyptic look about it, hasn't it?
Yeah. And Tank Girl was a few years later than this, I think.
It's even right.
It was confusing.
Yeah, exactly. It's even right down to the look of the cars. They've got all metal bits welded onto them, and
that reminded me of like they'd been watching Mad Max the week before.
Definitely, it was definitely a Mad Max thing. And
there's another car later which I'll bring up that links to a completely different film, but I won't spoil that just yet.
I don't hate the look of it though. I think it's an interesting choices going on that they've made.
Yeah, definitely. It's strange. I can't remember when Mario Kart came out. I think was Mario Kart 64 the first. No, it came out on the SNES, didn't it? So, if that was me, I would have tried to make the cars look maybe a bit more like that. But then you're crossing over that. You're trying to either make the game into a film, or you're trying to make your version of it, isn't it?
It's a difficult fine line, isn't it, when you're doing this kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
You do get a bit later in the movie that we'll get to that did remind me of a Mario Kart situation. But we'll talk about that when it happens.
Yeah.
So we meet King Koopa, and he's monologuing to his heart out, isn't he? He's going for it, Dennis Hopper. You can't fault him for that.
No.
He needs the princess and the rock that she wears to help take over our world, because apparently when you put the little rock onto the big rock where the portal is, the two worlds are going to merge.
Yeah.
Not sure how, but
why didn't they, again with the scene cutting? Why didn't they show either her mum cutting a piece of the rock
Yeah.
out, or because it was an explosion, wasn't it? It's brought up later that there was an explosion, which is why the portal. Because obviously everyone's thinking, why don't you just walk back through?
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if Iggy and Spike just keep going back and forth willy nilly, why is everyone else waiting?
Yeah.
And apparently there was an explosion that kind of opened the portal, but I still don't get why they didn't just walk through. But maybe Cooper's lazy. I don't know.
None of it's very well defined, plot wise, anyway.
No.
You know. But Luigi's got the rock, not Daisy. Dennis Hopper, he's trying his best with the material that he's got, but you can clearly see that he's giving one of those performances. I'm not saying he wasn't committed to it, but it seems like one of those performances where the actor is like, this is all meaningless twaddle, so I'm just going to have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Because they've given him like weird hair, haven't they? Which I suppose is supposed to be kind of lizardy scale, isn't it? And he's got a very interesting shaped head anyway, hasn't he? Like because he's like dipping his hands in this weird like plasticine stuff, isn't he? Which is why I wonder, is it not so much that they've evolved, but they are creating skin for themselves?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because he's the only one that does it.
That is right, and he doesn't really explain what he's doing, does it?
No, because he's doing it, and his fingers are all like massive, and but it looks like skin or a glove. Obviously, it's a fucking glove. But to me, I wonder if that's actually more. But then everyone else wouldn't have that.
Yeah,
would they?
Yeah, I think again, it's an idea that they don't utilise very well.
Yeah, because it's almost, you could almost say that as much as they love being lizards, because they say lizard a lot more than dinosaur, don't they? But you're trying your hardest to be human.
Yeah.
But humans 65 million years ago didn't look like that. So at what point in their evolution, because if they hadn't been able to get through that portal, how do they know what plumbers are? Who are their tailors? Because let's face it.
Yeah.
Is it Lena?
Yeah.
Who the hell's doing her clothes? Because she's got a Bridget Nielsen vibe in this film.
She really does. Yeah.
Doesn't
she's
she?
Statuesque, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I obviously remember her more from obviously this film, but more recent ones. She's in the Harry Potter franchise. She doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
She's probably only in her maybe very early 30s at a push.
Maybe it's hard to tell back then, isn't it?
Because she doesn't look. She looks good in this. And I quite like her. She's normally quite good in most things that she's in.
She is. Why are lizards evolving into mammals anyway?
Yeah, no.
And
you wouldn't, would you? You don't look like crocodiles, if anything.
And Dennis Hopper's character, he's always always belittling mammals as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He uses it as a right derogatory term, doesn't he?
Yeah. Why? Because have you looked in the mirror?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is strange, isn't it? It's a whole concept that they've gone.
Yeah.
Let's
Whatever.
not worry about that.
Whatever. Yeah. So the Marios get mugged by a granny, which kind of amused me. Yeah.
It's almost that scene in Airplane, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
When she's got the big bazooka that she's walking, she gets tackled to the ground.
Yeah.
But
then someone.
It's a nice bit of levity.
Oh, but then someone called Bertha comes and mugs her.
Yeah, right. So Big Bertha, as a character, going back to the games, is a giant fish boss.
Oh, right. Okay.
In Super Mario 64. So having, because it's weird because they don't dress. dress her in anything that even looks fishy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some spikes on it. She's quite, but the spikes seem to be the play of the day, doesn't it? It's we can't make scales on everybody.
Yeah, so let's do Spike.
Because I think it's either Iggy or Spike. Obviously, he's called Spike. I think it's Iggy. I'm sure didn't he have like shoulder spikes at one point as well,
did.
kind of Legion of Doom-esque.
Yeah. And I think King Cooper had them as well at one point.
And I think I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Bertha's just a very scary looking big lady, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she looks like, but she doesn't take any shit. I wouldn't have
She
thought.
doesn't.
I don't. No one seems to work apart from the 4 stores that are in that.
That is true. That is true. But if you're looking for well-defined logic to this world, you're not going to find it. Eh? So Bertha steals the rock from Luigi and gets away with it. There's some interesting ideas. I like the rocket boots that make people jump distances. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're supposed to kind of help because Mario's got a reasonable leap on him for someone who's only like little.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of maybe paying a bit of homage to
the game,
to his jumping ability.
Yeah.
I would assume anyway.
It's got to be hard to try and get these things into a movie like this.
Yeah, and especially when, like you say, when you're taking it down a route that it's going to look silly.
So you've got to try and make it work in the confines of the logic of this world that you've created.
Yeah.
You can't just have him just leaping really high for no reasons. You've got to work in a reason why he can do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah.
And we meet the guards. What did you say they're called? These lizard guards.
Goombas.
I like the look of them.
Goomba.
I like the look of them. It's an original look.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah,
I really like the jackets. Them like long trench coats.
Yeah, because they're like
kind of Firefly-esque, aren't they?
the brown jacket.
Yeah.
They're kind of like huge bodies, really tall, and then they got these tiny little heads, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you got that shrunken Beetlejuice shrunken head.
That is what it kept reminding me of.
Isn't it? Yeah. But kind of because there's a couple like that look a bit Skeksis.
Yeah, they've got longer faces, haven't they? Longer snouts.
Yeah. You've got that kind of the round-headed ones, and then you've got the ones with a more of a beak.
But I liked it. I thought that they were a different design. I'd never seen that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, they're good, and they walk kind of like a penguin.
Yeah, they kind of wobble.
They've got a kind of penguin. Yeah.
Daisy's locked up with all the other girls, including Daniela, that they'd taken by accident, by mistake. Yeah. And the Marios get arrested.
Do you know what? I really like the photo scene.
Yeah, cause
it's just a quality scene because you got the laser target that kind of looks like they're going to be executed, which is obviously the play, isn't it? But even the cameras themselves are modelled on a kind of machine gun turret, aren't they?
They look like guns, don't they?
Yeah, which is quite.
So they
cool.
think they're being put up against a firing squad, basically, don't they? But it turns out
just
getting mugshotted. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And they're taken to meet King Cooper, who first he tries to fool them into thinking that he wants to help them, but what he really wants is just to find out where the meteorite rock is.
Yeah. What's with the spray?
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Because again, this was kind of a thing that I was going back to. Is his skin not real, and any sort of contact he has? Because obviously we have kind of oils and stuff on our skin. Does that re-harden his hands?
Yeah, interesting. It's a shame that they didn't use some of this.
Yeah. I was only 9 at the time, so it's...
That's no excuse, Adam. That's no excuse. So when they can't help him because they don't know where the rock is now, he basically attacks them and the game's up. They find out that he really is King Cooper. He's not their friend.
Yeah. He went straight for the eyes as well, didn't he?
He did as well. He's very lizard-like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me get this straight. So all the people in this dimension are evolved from dinosaurs. And Cooper has a de-evolution device to turn people back into reptiles, right?
Yeah.
And that's how he makes those soldier people that he's got.
The Goombas, which are kind of like Cybermen, aren't they? That's pretty much how this kind of scene.
It is actually, yeah.
Isn't it? It's the kind of way Cybermen are created in Doctor Who.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that either. You should host this podcast, you know. I think I should go.
Did you watch it? The jig is up.
I looked at the plot. No, I did watch it. Yeah. So we find out that King Cooper, he actually evolved from a T-Rex, didn't he?
Yes, yeah, and he helpfully puts that on screen.
Yeah, he does. Did you notice how Dennis Hopper always has his hands up like little T-Rex arms when he's walking?
Yes, yeah. That's actually. I wonder, is that kind of a thing that he's done himself, or because I can't imagine the directors give him too much pointers in this.
I would be surprised if it wasn't something that Dennis Hopper came up with.
Yeah, do you reckon he's like a Tommy Cooper fan, and he was because it's kind of the same sort of stance, isn't it?
Just like that,
yeah. Yeah.
The brothers escape, and they trap King Cooper in the de-evolver for just a second. But all it does seems to do to him is just turn one of his eyes back into a lizard eye.
Yeah, which is one of their attempts at CGI, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. It's like a morph effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those flame guns that they're all using look like the most impractical weapons ever.
They do. They do, but I quite like them.
Not a lot of range on those things, though.
No. Literally, like, here.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not right in front of someone. You can almost poke them in the nose, can't you?
Before you fire it, you got to say, can you just come a bit closer, please? Just a little, a little bit more. Right, that's perfect. Right, I'm going to shoot you in the face now. Stand still. You know,
it's good that you can create a de-evolution machine, but you have to rely on flamethrowers.
Yeah. Projectile weapons are out. Can't come up with those. You know.
No.
There's a chase, and visually it's all over the place. This film, but it's kind of a nice mess of ideas, I think.
Yeah. Again, I like the car design.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure about the sat nav. Not quite sure who's done the Bluetooth, who's got the Wi-Fi going. Mm-hmm. I always find that fun. It's almost that Knight Rider syndrome.
Oh yeah, there's so many times when I think we covered it when we did Knight Rider. So many times in Knight Rider, Kit would hack into a building's computer, and it's like, how are you doing it? Nothing's connected.
Yeah. Didn't they do it in Street Hawk as well?
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
You'd literally have to go out of the car with a huge cable and go into the building and connect it. There's no wireless or anything like that.
No, it's but I guess though, when people were thinking this up way before, it's kind of like, wouldn't it? Because that Back to the Future thing, isn't it? It's like, how cool would it be if you could have phone conversations, kind of like what we're doing now, on Messenger, and we're just talking to each other, even though we're 100 miles apart. You know what I mean? It's or when you're doing this normally with Colin, who's in a completely different country. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's insane, really.
It's Star Trek technology, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But the thing about all that is, like with the Knight Rider stuff and all those TV shows that did that, we just accepted it.
Yeah. It's just like, that'd be well cool, wouldn't it, if you could have that?
It just made perfect sense, Yeah.
They never tell you down a wrong or a one-way street, though, does it? Like it does now.
It doesn't, no. You end up at the river.
Yeah.
So they end up getting covered in fungus, which stops them from crashing to their deaths. It kind of cushions the car when it goes off the edge of the cliff, doesn't it?
Yeah, the fungus don't make sense, does it?
No. We'll get to what the fungus is later, won't we?
Yeah.
I bet that Dennis Hopper never thought that he'd ever be doing a scene in his career where he's playing an evil dinosaur taking a mud bath.
Yeah. What was it? The thing I love about mud is that it's clean and dirty at the same time. Well, that's a really, I quite like. That's another one of the 5 good lines.
It is. And said in a way that only Dennis Hopper can say it, with that kind of mad glint in his eye that he
which kind of makes you feel a little bit dirty.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Cooper has Iggy and Spike made smarter by not de-evolving them, but evolving them further, doesn't he?
This doesn't make sense. Why would you not make more smart people?
Well, I suppose you don't want too many people that are going to be smarter than you, do you?
Well, I guess not. But when you put yourself in it,
You'd be the first one to use it, wouldn't you?
wouldn't you try it at least? But I do like that because he's going and he's like, oh, bye, thinking that he's going to turn him into a Goomba. And then he comes out and he's like, hey. And he just runs. He's got a really good, really good way of delivering, hasn't he? And it doesn't stop for the entirety of the journey that he takes on the chair, does he? And I think they done well with Spike and Nicky, actually. I think they did all right with that.
That's the thing, though. It doesn't really make them that much smarter. It just gives them a wider vocabulary, doesn't it? They're still useless as stupid.
Absolutely useless. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Marios are lost in a desert somewhere outside the city.
Yeah.
Daisy's taken to Cooper, who keeps a pet dinosaur, Yoshi. Is it Yoshi? Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it's pronounced Yoshi. I think it's how they pronounce it. Yeah.
Like we said, it's a nice looking practical effect. It's clearly a puppet.
Yeah. Definitely.
But it looks good, and it's nice to see something that's actually physically there. You know.
Yeah, and it was kind of shocking because you obviously not this time around because I'd seen it previously, but like the first time I would have seen this, that would have been quite a shocking thing to see in this film with the lead up to this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Of where Jurassic Park comes in quite early, doesn't it? In the film of like, wow, look at what we're going to be doing in this film. This has gone maybe nearly an hour.
Yeah, we're about that
into this.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they go, bang! Look at this, and you go, wow! Wish we would have seen a bit more of this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the best effect in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because it kind of takes another downturn after this until he comes back.
It does. Cooper is kind of racist against his own kind as well, a little bit, isn't he? Doesn't he call it a throwback and kicks it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's a dinosaur. It hasn't evolved, has he?
I suppose it's a reminder of where he comes from. But why hasn't it evolved? Why are there still? Although I suppose we've still got chimpanzees and monkeys.
Yeah. Is there a point where they split off?
Yeah. I get that.
Maybe that's you know. I think, but then he's the only one.
That's true. He seems to be, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
We see some little ones, don't we? Like in the movie.
You're right.
Yeah.
When they first appear, when they first appear, you got those two little ones, which are actually more realistic Velociraptor size than the Jurassic Park ones because they ain't 6 foot tall. They were little, really small, weren't they? So the 1 point for Super Mario Brothers against Jurassic Park.
Do you know what? I bet you could troll the internet and all other podcasts, and you wouldn't get that anywhere else other than Retrospection, would you? Yeah. Iggy and Spike chase after the Marios in the desert, but they end up in a mud pit.
They do. Do you recognise their car?
It did look familiar. What's it from?
So I don't know if it's the exact car, but it's not the lit up version of Dynamo's car in Running Man.
Is it really?
It looks like it. I couldn't find if it was, but it looks very. If not in, this is the actual car in design. Well, definitely.
You never know because props do get reused a lot in movies.
Because what was that? 88?
Something like
Running
that.
Man, something like that.
Yeah.
Late 80s, wasn't it? And going back to the Arnold Schwarzenegger link to this.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm not going to do it, but you can have that.
Maybe.
But it was one of those moments I have to go, hold on, just go back because it's quite a quick scene when you see them both sat in it and they're kind of bouncing over.
Yeah.
And
clearly
not made for sand.
Yeah.
It's not made for sand, is it? Let's be fair. But I just kind of went back. I was like, I recognise that car.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at that again, just to see for myself. I never put that two things together. I have to say.
It just looks because there's not many like pointy because it's just a big slice of cheese, isn't it?
It is.
Just a point. It's just a big pointy slice, isn't it? That's all.
It's just a wedge, isn't it, on wheels?
Yeah, pretty much.
The Marios capture Iggy and Spike and tie them up and question them about the about the rock, basically, that's missing.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's the rock that, as they say, can help merge the two worlds together or something. There's some more slapstick action as the Marios use the plunger on the guards and then sneak their way back into the city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They team up with Spike and Izzy, who then give them some colourful change of clothes.
Yeah, those suits are pretty cool, aren't they? Wrong cut. You could have easily given them the colours that they were meant to have at this point.
I suppose. Were they saving that for what comes later, though?
Or even if you switched it, so it's kind of like, this isn't quite right.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Couldn't you? And then when they get their suits, but I was looking up, and I think it's called Dino Hatton is where they are. Right. But it apparently was filmed in a vacant cement factory.
Oh right, okay.
And it was also used for the Foot Clan hideout in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? And Top Dollar nightclub in The Crow.
Really?
Yeah, it was all in that same building.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting.
I love The Crow.
Yeah, The Crow.
Crow's great film.
Yeah. We'll have to cover that on Retrospection sometime.
Yeah.
So they go to a nightclub looking for Big Bertha, as they call her.
Yeah.
And then we get this weird dance scene with Mario and Bertha as he's attempting to try and steal the rock back from her, which he does.
Yeah, it's a little bit of seduction from Bob here.
Yeah, he's playing this, isn't he? Yeah.
And it's a little bit of motorboating going on as well.
There is a little bit going on, yes.
Isn't there? Yeah. Especially for someone who's got a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I know he doesn't know that she's there at this point, does he? But,
she's gone missing though.
But
so,
even, but yes, out of sight, out of mind.
He does get the rock back, but then guards turn up looking for them, but then Bertha helps them to escape for some reason.
Yeah, she does a right 180, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah, it just comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, and she turns into their saviour, really, doesn't she? Because otherwise they would have been knackered. Which, it was like you were kind of expecting it.
It makes me wonder whether this is where some of the stuff that they never used, because it feels like there should be connective tissue between a lot of these scenes, and it's all gone.
Yeah, true. No, I was gonna say, there has to be something missing there because it's over and done almost instantly, isn't it?
It gives it a weird sort of uneven pace, doesn't it? As well.
Yeah, because the dance scenes, apart from the slight gratuitousness of it, it's actually quite well done.
It is, yeah.
It's quite fun. Yeah. Bob's got some moves on him.
Yeah.
Because I think the fun thing about it is of the two of them, you would think that John Leguizamo would be the stereotypical better looking one of the two,
but they give it to Bob.
But Bob, because they did it earlier on when Luigi meets Daisy at the phone booth, he's talking him through his chat up, isn't he? He's kind of telling him what to say. Literally stood right next to both of them.
He is.
But so he's clearly, there's clearly like 20 years between them. I don't know what the actual year is between the two of them.
The whole brother, the fact that they're brothers is just weird anyway. But,
yeah, it's a bit weird.
We get some more action and a chase. I have to say that this film does move fast, even though it's paced unevenly. Tonally it's uneven, but it barrels through quite.
Yeah.
Turns out that the fungus, which is everywhere, is actually Daisy's father.
Yep.
So I'm guessing he was put through that machine.
How many times? Because he's basically primordial ooze, isn't he?
Is that what he's meant to be?
I guess that's literally just come into my head. That must be...
Unless it's the other way.
That has to be.
It could be the other way.
Well, he's so advanced.
Yeah, he's so advanced that... So maybe at some point the human race is just going to turn into fungus.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll take it.
It's just... But surely they know what he is.
Why wouldn't they get rid of it?
Why wouldn't they be setting fire with the flamethrowers that everyone seems to own? Or why keep him?
Exactly, he's got a room as well.
Yeah, because apart from them being plumbers, that kind of cylindrical thing is, I can only assume, is supposed to be a drain pipe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You know, because he just bobs up and down, doesn't he? Which over his throne, which is still there, just in case. Just in case. You never, you know. It's just it's weird.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. And if you try and make sense of it, you're just going to hurt your brain, to be honest.
Yeah, they obviously sat around the table at one went, should we just have him as a prisoner? And everyone went, really? How boring is that? Let's make him some ooze. And like the tea bloke from the back went, you know what, that's a good idea. They went, see?
Well, it's certainly an idea.
Yeah.
I did like the scene when Cooper's ordering a dino pizza.
Yeah. So just going back to when Cooper's talking to Daisy's dad. He mentions this little mushroom kingdom.
Oh yeah.
In a derogatory term. He uses it as a derogatory term. That's actually the fictional kingdom where Mario games are set.
Oh, is that those? Because there's little mushrooms, isn't there, in the game? Yeah.
So the Mushroom Kingdom is a world. Yeah, it is a world. So again, they've cherry picked certain things, but again, not in an Easter egg sense. But well, I suppose maybe it is an Easter egg. If you're not in the know, then it kind of will just pass you by, and it's just a.
As it did me.
It's just
I wouldn't have thought of that either. But then again, I'm not overly familiar with it. But I did. Now that you've said it, I have images of my mind of these little pink, red mushrooms in the game, don't you?
Yeah, that's Like I said, Toad is a toadstool, isn't he? He's a mushroom himself. So.
And we get some pipe action, so there's going to be. That's another thing that they've managed to get into the movie as well. Pipes. There's a lot of pipes.
Yeah. Do you reckon him ordering a pizza was kind of a nod to the plumber's background?
Definitely, definitely. I also wondered.
It's just another kind of Brooklyn and Italian, isn't it? It's
kind of vaguely racist as well. But,
it's a little bit.
I did wonder whether maybe there was kind of a pizza tie-in meal going on as well. You know, at the time when this film came out.
Yeah, quite possibly. Because I imagine they'd probably done the same sort of thing when Turtles came out. I remember actually do you remember the latest animated Turtles came out? I remember Pizza Hut had it on their boxes.
That's right.
They were doing it then, so I wouldn't be surprised if because there was no product placement, was there?
Not that I noticed, but it's a prime candidate to have fast food tie in this kind of movie, isn't it? Some way.
Yeah,
a pizza place
definitely.
would make like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, and it would be so easy,
Definitely.
wouldn't it? So easy to do.
So what they do is they turn off the heating. And they find some uniforms to wear while sneaking around, and this is where we get the game's look in, isn't it? Of what?
Yeah, I did smile because this is the first time while watching it that I was watching what I should have been watching.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem out of place because it's not. They're not too overly bright. They're almost kind of dulled down colours, aren't they? Just to kind of put it in with the thing. But they've got each colour is right and everything just looks good. And it's like, you know what? I can actually see it. And apart from John Leguizamo not having a tash, because Luigi does have a moustache too. But I had to smile to myself when they get their suits.
Are the outfits fairly accurate then? I know you said about the colours,
yeah.
But just generally the look of the outfits, are they accurate?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, apart from the only thing missing were white gloves.
Oh, they've got white gloves, have they? Okay,
they've both got white gloves. Yeah.
I guess though that if you're going to make this movie, you know if you don't get anything else right, you've got to get this right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because otherwise, you. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Just don't bother. Just leave it. At this point you haven't bothered anyway. At this point, so but it was a nice nod.
The way it was received, they might as well have not bothered, to be honest. But
yeah.
So then we get this weird scene in the elevator where the Marios get the guards dancing in a in a strange way.
Love this. Absolutely love that. For no reason other than it's just stupid, but quite fun.
And it's there for a reason because it gets called back at the end of the movie, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because also, I don't know if you noticed that they went in there with those rocket boots still, and when they climb out of the roof, they've just got black boots on. So either they dumped them like in the lift, or someone couldn't climb up very high in those boots.
So Lena has the rock, and she's got her own plans that she's making.
Yeah.
But the dinosaur, Yoshi, what do you say his name was?
Yoshi.
Saves Daisy from Lena's clutches, and then Daisy makes a break for it.
Yeah.
She runs into Spike and Iggy, who explain what's happened about her dad. And this is where we find out that the ooze is actually her father.
Is her dad, yeah. And everyone went, what?
I know I did. Fungus Daddy, because that's what I'm going to call him now. He's been helping the Marios all along.
He has.
And this is where we get another thing from the games, is we get some jumping and leaping in as well now, don't we?
Yeah.
I like how the controls that Daisy uses on the computer screen are accessed by what is basically a Nintendo light gun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And in fact, a bit later, Dennis Hopper's got a kind of what looks like a bazooka.
Oh yeah.
Is kind of that chimp gun that he's got.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
It's actually the Super Scope, the Nintendo Super Scope from the SNES.
Oh wow, I like that.
They've sprayed it because it's kind of a kind of lighter grey colour. I don't know if you remember it. And used to put it on your shoulder and have a kind of they were, again, that's kind of a product placement, but not a look at this sort of one. You know.
I like that. That's good. Cooper discovers that Lena is a traitor, and the Marios find Daisy, who explains about Fungus Daddy to them.
Yeah.
Cooper then recaptures Daisy and Luigi. There's a lot of backwards and forwards of people escaping, then getting recaptured going on in this, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just...
But Mario slips away and he goes to rescue Daniela and the other girls that have been captured.
Yeah, they find out that the girls have been captured, doesn't he?
Cooper has Lena arrested, and apparently dinosaurs enjoy colouring books. So who knew? He doesn't stay inside the lines though, I noticed. So he's a maverick.
No. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Mario rescues Daniela and the other girls, and someone actually shouts, "Hey Mario!" Don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was quite funny how they got that in. Cooper finally gets the rock, and then he prefers to invade our world, and we get a chase through some more pipes, which is basically, it's kind of Mario Kart-ish, right? This chase.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's little things on the ground that they have to hit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then it all kicks off. There's some more slapstick action, and we're rapidly moving towards the end of the movie here.
Oh yeah, they're picking. Oh, we're downhill, no brakes now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's flying by now. Mario has a fight with Cooper. Lena gets the rock and heads for the portal.
Yeah.
Mario then uses this little clockwork bomb that's on legs. Winds it up.
So these are not, they're not even a nod. They're an explosion in the game. They're called bomb.
I wondered if they were,
because again, everything that ties in with the game is massive in this. That because that dude's driving and he stops because it's walking across the road, isn't it? And he goes bomb. For no reason whatsoever, apart from, look people, look what we've got in this.
See, I wouldn't have known that.
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I know it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Lena uses the rock and gets turned into a skeleton for her trouble.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Isn't it? She's not utilised to the fullest in this film, I don't think.
No. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They could have used her a lot more. Again, maybe they did.
And
She just lost.
Been cut.
She just because to be fair, Samantha Mass isn't in it that much either, is she? For someone who's quite a main character in this film.
Mm-hmm. And she's the dullest character in the movie as well. She's not really got much, to play with.
Her acting is lackluster even in this film.
Yeah, I don't think it's her fault.
Though. No, probably not. She isn't given a lot, is she?
She's got nothing to work with, really. And it turns out that only Daisy can use the rock for reasons. Yeah. Don't know why, but okay. Cooper and Mario start to disappear as the worlds begin to merge together.
Yeah.
It's a nice little effect because they kind of disintegrate.
Yeah, that kind of pixelation. It's kind of that throwback to the first scene of when the screen pixelates, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It was nice. They reappear in Brooklyn in our world, and Cooper then de-evolves Scapelli into a chimpanzee.
Yeah, and everyone just laughs.
No one runs away screaming.
It's like, what the hell is going on? This dude's just been turned into a monkey. And everyone's just chuckling to himself. Like, what the hell?
It's New York. Maybe this stuff happens every day.
Yeah,
Colin will tell us.
Yeah.
He'll know. Mario uses the fungus against Cooper, and they then get beamed back to the dino dimension, don't they?
That lasted less than a heartbeat, didn't it?
It did. Didn't go anywhere, did it?
No, it was almost. It was literally written to show up Scapelli.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, there was not much point in him being in the movie at all.
No. You're right. No.
The dancing dinos, we get the payoff to that.
Yeah.
Because they get used. He gets them to dance, and it makes them go all crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Some more slapstick action. Cooper turns into a full-on reptile.
Yeah. So that big pot that he stood in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognise it?
It looked familiar.
So, again, I don't know if this is the first time it's been used or if it was used by someone else, because I think... But do you remember Demolition Man?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when they've got that frozen...
Oh, yeah.
And he's hanging on it and they're fighting?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks very similar to that.
Could well be a reused prop.
Yeah. And also it looks a lot like... in Street Fighter.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
When what's mate who plays Bison? He plays
Raul Julia.
Yeah, it was his last film, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When him and Jean-Claude Van Damme they're fighting in one of those.
Oh right, okay.
If I remember correctly, and they all you just look at it and go, I'm sure I've seen that. And I don't know, it could have been this is the first time it was used. Yeah. And then it was in a room somewhere and people were like, do you know what I could do with one of those?
Well, it's a good way of keeping costs down.
Because, there's even simple things, as soon as you find out it's for a film, it's kind of like when people are getting married. As soon as you have a cake that's for a wedding, it's suddenly 4 times the price. I imagine it's probably similar when you're trying to make films.
I would imagine so. Definitely. The Marios use the evolution guns and they turn Cooper into primordial mush on the floor.
Just someone just jizzed on it, didn't they? It's just a weird. Again, that whole boss battle was. Do you know what it kind of reminded me of?
Go on.
Do you know in Willow? You know that end bit of Willow when you've got that massive screen of that monster.
Do you know what? I've never seen Willow.
Oh well, let's just cut that out. Have you never seen Willow?
I've never seen Willow. No.
How have you not seen Willow?
I know, but I haven't.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Some of the crap that you've watched and you've not watched Willow.
I know.
Wow, that's insane.
I'll let you into another secret. I'd never watched this movie before either.
What? I get.
Willow does seem like a perfect candidate for an episode in the future.
It does. Yeah.
Maybe when you come back to him again in
Yeah,
six years.
Is there another link? Is there a link to this that I can...
The Mario's win. Cooper is defeated. Daisy's dad turns into Lance Hendrickson.
He does, and again, nicely placed throne.
Yes, lands straight on it, doesn't he?
Because what I wanted to happen is him to fall flat on his face. and so Lance Hendrickson actually. So for anybody that listening that is aware of the games or even remotely aware of the games, Lance Hendrickson is King Bowser.
Right. Okay. And he's a bad guy, is he?
So King Bowser is the big bad he's the one that kidnaps Princess Peach. He's the one that, he's always been Mario's nemesis in those things. So they've kind of used him slightly differently in this.
I'm wondering whether, though, they had plans for it, because the way this is going to end in a minute, they're clearly setting up for a sequel.
Yeah. I can't believe they thought that was going to be a sequel.
They probably thought this was a dead cert, this movie.
Yeah.
Daisy uses the rock to send the Marios back to her own world, and
so
then...
Can you smell it? Is it that rock?
That would be weird if he turned up, wouldn't it? You've got to merge in with the portal.
Yeah.
So we cut to 3 weeks later, and Mario is making pasta, of course, and we get to the term Super Mario Brothers, which is used on a news report.
Yeah.
So get the title of the movie in right at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Daisy bursts in, carrying a gun, and says that she needs their help once again. So clearly they had plans.
Yeah. And the great thing is, and in this moment, the first one to react to it is Mario this time.
Yeah. He is.
He's like, let's do it. So that's where his arc's gone nicely.
Doesn't he get his plunger out?
That's probably a version that maybe that's the director's cut. I'm not sure.
Is that the Ron Jeremy one again?
Yeah. But I was reading. I think it was the Italian cut of this film. It cut before they didn't go back to Brooklyn.
Oh right.
So they knew that this wasn't going to get a sequel.
You imagine at the Italian premiere, and the director's like, "Oh, where's the bit what sets up the next one?" Nah.
Yeah. No, we watched that.
We didn't see the point,
No, that's it. Yeah.
So that is the end of Super Mario Brothers.
And it was.
It was definitely there
until 2023 when they decided to make another.
That's a gap.
So just as a last little thing, for anyone that did play them, there's a misconception in the beginning of Mario computer games that people misheard that he says, and you've probably heard it yourself. It's a me, Mario, right? Kind of he's Italian. He's clearly saying that. But what he's actually saying is Japanese, and he's saying Itsumi.
Oh, okay.
Right, which roughly translates to superb or great, meaning that he's shouting out that he is Super Mario.
Wow.
But it's always been this misconception that he's saying it's a me because he's Italian. Yeah. But it's actually Itsumi, which means super, basically. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I've learned something.
Yeah.
I've learned a few things tonight actually about Super Mario that I didn't know I needed to know. It's great. So I'm going to ask you the question, Adam. What did you think of Super Mario Brothers?
If the last 25 minutes was the whole, not the whole film, but if the way they played from when they suit up to the end was the kind of tone they had gone for, I think it would have been a much better film and much. If it was all set in one place, I don't like the dimension thing. I don't think it really goes. I think it would have been better off if they would have just had dinosaurs coming into normal world and doing it from there. I think would probably have been better. Or setting it in a kind of like Tank Girl, setting it in that one world. I know they have to kind of try and make it thing. I think it spoils it a bit. There's too many what the fuck's in that? Do you know what I mean? And it really brings you out of it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's been, you know, there was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 really cool lines. There's probably half a dozen scenes that are really, actually, I really like that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And we've mentioned it as we've gone on. I don't think I could. I think I'd have to skip through bits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because there's some, I can't imagine what the hell they cut out if they left some of the scenes in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what what didn't you want?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not good. Even as a fan, it's not good. Apart from the last 20 minutes, I quite enjoy the last 20 minutes because it's what I wanted it to be in a film. But I wouldn't recommend anyone watch it. if you know, watch. There's probably a YouTube version that's 5 minutes long that they've just cut it together.
Yeah. So it's a miss for you then, is it?
Yeah, it's.
I was waiting for you to say it's
misses.
a hit.
No, it's not a ba-bomb.
Okay.
It's yeah. They need to go back to the Stone Age.
I'm pretty much on the same page as you with a few little differences. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a light, colourful romp that can appeal to kids and adults. I like the look of the movie in places. Unlike you, I didn't mind the dimension thing because I think that, again, that's probably because I'm not familiar with the game, so I had no expectations of anything, you know.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think there's some wacky ideas that maybe might have worked in more accomplished hands than these people.
Yeah, possibly.
But honestly, for such a fast-paced film, there's chunks of it that are kind of dull as well.
There was a lot. To be honest, until they even go to the other dimension, it's kind of, you don't really care about the world, do you? That it's in, because it's all kind of playground nonsense.
It is. I was going to say about the humour. It doesn't really work, and the bits that are funniest is the stuff that I don't think that they were going for. You know?
Yeah.
It's clunky. The actors are doing the best with what they've got, which isn't much.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Tonally, it's all over the place.
You can see with that whole having to, if they were rewriting chunks of it daily, you can see how you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You're going to lose the pacing. Like I said, even though it does, the pace of the film carries through, but
tonally, it's all over.
It ebbs and flows. Yeah.
If I was a fan of the games, like a big fan of the games, and I'd look forward to this movie coming out, I'd definitely be confused as to what the filmmakers are trying to do.
Yeah.
It's obvious why this failed.
You
can't even call it one of those movies that's so bad it's good, because
no, definitely.
So for me, it's a miss, I have to say. Unfortunately, I wanted to like it. I really did want to like it because there's parts of it that amused me, and parts of it that I thought, well, that's a good idea. And we talked about, I like the look of the dinosaurs, and I like the wackiness of it, but it just doesn't work.
And the cast, it's a good
really
cast.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get that in. If you look at maybe 10 years later, you're paying a lot of money for that cast.
Definitely.
It's it's a big cast.
It's a shame, but it's a miss.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is it for this episode of Retrospection. I'd like to say a big thank you to Adam for coming back and helping us out.
You're very welcome. Let's not leave it 6 years this time.
Go half that length. Let's go 3.
Yeah. I'd quite like to come on and maybe have a threesome with you and Colin.
I'm always up for that. As long as I can go. As long as I'm on the top. I don't want to be on the bottom. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'd like to say a big thank you to all our Patreon supporters, and thank you to everyone that's listened. And until next time, bye bye.
Bye bye.